Candy Apple Godhead Podcast. This is your host, William J. Chorus. I forgot to do the fucking the tagline. Anything worth anything. Candy Apple Godhead Podcast. Anything worth anything. This is your host, William J. Chorus. That's the actual intro that I'm supposed to be doing. Well, first off, my microphone is a bit different right now. I've actually had this microphone for a while. I've been using the built-in microphone in my laptop for these episodes. But this podcast so far, and I've had this microphone for a while. It's a Fifine something or other. It's their like $50 option. Their cheapest option. Ugh. But yeah, no, I've had this microphone for a while. But it started acting weird. Started doing a bunch of weird shit that I didn't like. So uh yeah, I kind of stopped using it for a while, but we're trying it again. We're trying it again. Uh, for episode 6 of Candy Apple Godhead Podcast. Anything more than anything. This is your host William J. Chorus. Um, so 2026, huh? We're not quite there. We're almost there. We're getting there. It's December 27th. 2025 when I'm recording this. So we have how many days is that? So we have like 3 more days. No, 4 more days. Basically 5 more days. Basically, I'm recording this at 3 a.m. I'm recording this at 3 a.m. So basically 5 more days. Um, until the new year. Isn't that exciting? I mean, this year's been horrible. This has probably been the longest year of my life. A lot of awful things have happened this year. Um, I've run into a lot of medical problems this year. Obviously a lot of stress. The Trump administration, Trump 2, kicked off this year, and that's going great. Um, there's been no problems with that so far. Um, but yeah, no, this year kind of sucked ass. It was a really good year for music, though. A lot of really, really great stuff from music. Um, so that's great. That's great. That's great. And in art in general, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. But yeah, no. Either way, I hope everyone did have a good year, regardless, because I know there are people who did. But we are entering 2026 now. The new year, 2026. And before we get into the new year, I want to talk about Christmas. Because I didn't talk about Christmas when Christmas was here. Christmas is now over, obviously. People are supposed to be taking their decorations down. They're not, but it's fine. I'm a lazy bitch too. It's okay. I used to really get on people for that. But like I feel like you got until like mid-January, I'd say. I think mid-January is a reasonable cutoff point for like, okay, this is getting kind of ridiculous now. But yeah, no, Christmas came. I'm not that big of a fan of Christmas. I'm sorry. Maybe that's a good thing that I waited until after Christmas to talk about Christmas because I don't really like Christmas that much. Um, it's stressful. I don't like the expectations that come with Christmas. Everyone acts like it's the best thing ever, and everything's awesome, and everything's great. And if you don't like it, you're a worthless demon who should burn in hell for eternity. Like you're the devil, and you don't know how to have fun. You don't know anything. You're stupid. You're dumb, and all this other like super inflammatory shit. Just because it's just stressful, and it's very I understand there are people who are super reasonable about Christmas. They just love Christmas, and that's totally cool. And they want to share that and stuff, and it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Um, but yeah, no. I don't know. I just don't. I just don't like it. Like I don't like that you're supposed to be happy. That's annoying. That you're supposed to be happy. And the gifts. I don't like gifts. I hate gifts because there's always so much expectation behind them, and it always feels so performative. Like it's so rare that you get a gift. At least in my case, it's rare that I you get a gift and it's like, oh wow, that really came from the heart. Like it really has anything to do with you. It's usually just like, okay, here, here's the gifts because that's kind of what you're supposed to do. That's the nice thing that you're supposed to do. And not because like, oh yeah, well, I was thinking of you when I bought this, and it's like a fucking some random bullshit from the Best Buy electronics section, like, you know. But you know what? I don't like stomping on people's fun, even if they try to stomp on me for not having fun. But yeah, I hope everyone had a good Christmas. And for the people who do celebrate, for the people who do enjoy it, great. It's awesome. But of course, New Year is arriving. I feel like we should maybe just talk about. Well, actually, I guess before we move on to the next year, no, I want to talk about some of the music that released this year, some of the albums that I listened to, because this was initially supposed to mainly be a music podcast before I quickly changed it to just broad variety anything. Um, the motto used to be music and anything else worth talking about. But now it's anything worth anything, which rolls off the tongue. Where I like music and anything else worth talking about more as a motto, but like I don't really want to like attach music. I'm still kind of working out the motto a little bit. Anything worth anything is pretty solid. It's pretty solid. I think I'll stick with that for a while. But yeah, no. Um, Damn, I should have gotten a bottle of water for this. Um, Albums that released this year that are super cool. Um, I will say I do think there's one album this year that released that's a 10. There's one album that released this year that's a 10. Any guesses to what that is? If you're listening to this, then you almost certainly already know me because like nobody watches this shit. So you know it's Balloonerism by Mac Miller. That's the 10 out of 10 of this year. The vast majority of years don't get a 10. So this is special shit. Um But yeah, no, I love it so much. I love it so much. I love what it's saying. There's like childlike wonder, but also like a cautionary tale. It's this sort of like it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I understand it's a posthumous album. There's it's a little controversial because of that. But I think it's posthumous. It's done right. It's just like, dude, I can't listen to fucking DJ's chord organ. It's a Can You Have Destination and the $5 pony rides and the friendly hallucinations. Miss Deborah Downer, Stone, Shangri-La, Funny Papers, dude. Funny Papers. It's like maybe one of the best songs ever. Into Excelsior, Transformations, Mannequins, Rick's Piano, bro. Tomorrow I'll Never Know. And just be like, oh well, it was released after whatever. It was a finished album like 10 years ago, dude. It's so great. It's so great. It's so exceptional. Um, obviously rest in peace. Obviously rest in peace. I feel like that last part may come across a little disrespectful. Um, but I do think his estate has handled his passing exceptionally well with circles and now with balloonerism. But balloonerism is such an exceptional album. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And if you haven't listened to it, I think it is a 100% must listen to album from this year. It's brilliant. It's genius. One of the best albums I've ever heard. In my opinion, the best Mac Miller album, which is saying something because Mac Miller was an unfathomable artist. He was incredible. Swimming in circles. It's like one of the best artistic statements like ever. Anyways, um, some other albums that came out this year that that I think are really, really amazing. Um, this is the rest of these aren't in any particular order. I'll probably make a year-end list, but it probably won't be on the podcast. I have a rate your music. But I know, but whatever. Um, anyways, let God sort them out. Obviously, I mean that kind of needs to be pointed out. Let God, new clips. Obviously, let God sort them out. Exceptional album, really, really, really good. Blush by Kevin Abstract is an album that got a lot of attention when it was coming out, and I think it kind of died down after that. And I think it deserves a bit more attention. I think it deserves more attention. I think it's fantastic. I think it's fantastic. Dead Channel Sky by Clipping is not one of my absolute favorites of the year, but it's really good. There was also this little album called Dinosaur Fan Club, which is a self-titled. I don't know who made it. I don't know who made that album. What two people made that album. But that album did release this year and is one of my favorites of the year. And I have no idea who made. I have nothing to do with it. I have absolutely nothing to do with it. I don't know here. Whatever. Um, Neighborhood Gods Unlimited. I Open Mike Eagle. Awesome, awesome album. Really good album to sleep to. I've fallen asleep to that album quite a few times, which I'm not saying as an insult. I'm not saying that as an insult at all. Like it's not like, oh, this is so boring. Like it's just like something about it is just so entrancing. It's very easy to drift to sleep listening to that. Deadpool versus Peter Griffin dropped this year. If you haven't watched that, then go do that right now because that's essential watching for anyone who wants to be my friend or associate with me at all. We Live in a Society by Flume and JPEG Mafia. Yeah, the EP that Peggy dropped with Flume last no not last year but at the start of this year. Really, nobody talks about it at all anymore. Nobody talks about that shit at all anymore. But I thought it was great. I thought it was fantastic. I think the first song's hilarious. I love the music video for it. The rest of our EP is also great. I really think you should listen to it if you haven't. I think it's fantastic. It kind of got overlooked. Or a lot of people were talking about it, but a lot of people weren't really messing with it. I was. I was messing with it. Personally, I was messing with it. The debut Ghost Mountain album. Wait, was it a mixtape or an album? I think it might have been a mixtape. Hold on. Shit, it was a mixtape. The debut Ghost Mountain solo mixtape, because he's released mixtape with Cemetery before. October Country. Absolutely, really, really, really amazing album of the year. Or not album of the year. Album made this year. I think it's up there. I think it's up there, definitely. Actually haven't I haven't listened back to it in full in a while, but I will again. I will definitely revisit that again soon. The Ghost Mountain comeback was definitely one of the most exciting parts of 2025 and for a lot of people. And I think it's I think it's incredible. I think the tape is incredible. I think that everyone should listen to it. It's maybe it's not my favorite Haunted Mountain project, but it's one of them. It's really high up there. It's my favorite non-cemetery Haunted Mountain project, I think, probably. Except for maybe the Gunsmith, but whatever. Um yeah. Um Also really great tape by Ice Wings and Lua Trilogy, Psychosis. That tape is it's really good. Like I'm not just saying that because Ice Wings is my friend. I don't know if her name is actually like public. If she's cool with that. With me just saying her actual name, so I'm saying Ice Wings. Like fucking Thor. It feels weird. Like like when you have friends, but you have to refer to them by like their some other weird name because you just say their name all the time. but like you have to refer to them a different way because of the context they were talking. It feels weird as shit. I don't even think that many people can relate to that, but like for those who can, you know what I'm talking about. It's fucking weird. By the way, Ice Wings and also Lua Trilogy. They've been working on that tape for a long time. That was a long time coming, that tape. I've known like that's been in the works for a while, and so it was really awesome to see that come out uh this year. So that's awesome. Um, God Does Like Ugly by Jid. Um, Another one of the best albums of the year, easily. I feel like a lot of people were underwhelmed by it because they wanted they wanted fucking um why the fuck am I can't remember, that's like one of my favorite albums. The Forever Story. Why couldn't I fucking remember that? Whatever. People wanted Forever Story 2, and uh God Is Like Ugly is not Forever Story 2. Um but like a lot of people were like, "Oh, the first 8 songs are so good," and then it kind of falls off. I disagree. It definitely diverts after the first 8 songs, but I didn't get. I welcome that. I welcome that. I think it's a good diversion. Um, but yeah. If you did listen to it, if you weren't totally fucking with it, give it another chance. Get another chance. I think it's really great the entire way through. Jesus, such a crazy song. That song's so good. Like, there's so many. Like, that's the album's so good, dude. Um, and obviously, Community, right? Is the name of that song? Yeah, Community. Um, Anyways, Psychotic by Osama-san is an album that I think is really good. I will say, this is what I want from Rage. This album right here is what I want from Rage. I want crazy, just super crazy, super abrasive, experimental. Like I want it to like fun, but like aggressive. Like you could kill someone to this music, but it's like so fun. That's what I want out of Rage. That's what I want to see more out of Rage. This is kind of what I was hoping I Am Music was gonna be when I turned on that album and I heard Pop Out, and I was like, oh, he's going in the direction that he really was hoping he was gonna go into, and then he like kind of didn't. This is that album. This is the album that I wanted out of I Am Music. Um, just to say I Am Music was bad. Maybe I should talk about that. 2025. It was a good. I actually really like I Am Music. But whatever. Um. Black Antique by Pink Sifu, and also Onyx by Pink Sifu. Those two kind of go together. Oh my God, I could talk a lot about both these albums, but I kind of need to get through this because there's quite a few more albums that I want to talk about, um, that I want to mention. But we're just gonna like, oh my God, they're so good. They're so good. They're so good. They're so good. Listen to it now. Some of the most innovative hip hop released this year. Go listen to it. Vanisher Horizons Forever by Kodaka. This was my most anticipated album of the year. Or album. Yeah, of the year. Yeah, released this year, for this year. I listened to it once when it dropped, and I kind of haven't checked it out since. But I really liked it when I listened to it. I just don't know why. It just kind of hasn't been the mood, It just kind of hasn't been the mood that I've been in. But I swear it's really good. I swear. You should check it out. You should check it out. Revenge Seekers by Jane Remover. Awesome, awesome album. Super fun, super cool. Uh, Wagoner EP by Cemetery and Ghost Mountain. I probably should have mentioned that earlier when I was talking about Ghost Mountain, but these are just some songs that they made a while ago. It's really cool to see a proper release of Worlds of Fuck. And also Flowers. You know, it's God. I Worlds of Fuck is like one of the best beats ever. Period. 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 That's the God I fucking love. I love it. I love it. Okay, yeah, but go listen to that. It's very short too. It's 4 songs, like 11 fucking minutes. Go listen to it. Go listen to it. You piece of shit. The BPN by the BPM by Sudan Archives. I think that's yeah, Sudan Archive or Sudan, whatever. However you say that. I'm a stupid piece of shit. I don't care. Shut the fuck up. Um, God, that album's so good. Well, obviously, I'm talking about my favorite albums of the year, but that album's really good. That album's really, really good. I have, I can't, it's kind of hard for me to like point to like one song and be like, yeah, this song's really good because I've only listened to this front to back. I've listened to this quite a few times, and I've only listened to it front to back, like exclusively. That's the only way I've listened to it. The only song I wasn't really messing with was Miss Pac-Man, which I thought had a lot of potential, but ended up kind of being like, eh. So yeah, I think you should go listen to this album if you haven't, because there's a good chance you haven't. Really good like alt R&B stuff. Go listen to it. Go listen to it. We have to mention "Don't Tap the Glass," Tyler the Creator. Super fun, super awesome. I haven't listened to it in a while, but like it's such a fun album. It's so good. It's so good. I love it. Um, Hurry Up Tomorrow by the Weekend is an album that I barely even hear anyone talking about anymore. Like it dropped at the start of this year and everyone was talking about it and then it fell off the face of the earth. But it's so good. It's so good. That's like in my top five probably for this year. It's really good. There was a point in time where like that was debatably the best album of the year. Well, other than Balloonerist, because that was always kind of confidently my number one. Just since like January. But oh my God, dude. Dude, it's such a good album. Like, it's so cinematic. It feels like a movie. Like, it's literally like a film. There's so few albums that sincerely have that, that sincerely can put you into a world the same way that a film can. That's not easy to do. People try to do that all the time and it falls on its face. That's not easy to do. Um, Hurry Up Tomorrow, absolutely brilliant album. So good. Please listen to it. Please listen to it front to back. You've probably almost certainly heard one of the songs off of it. I mean, you've probably heard Timeless, which is the worst song on the album. It's pretty messy. Only like, I don't know why that's on the album. You can honestly kind of just ignore that. Just ignore that. Um, but yeah, no. Hurry Up Tomorrow. Brilliant, brilliant album that more people need to talk about. Gollywog by Billy Woods. I listened to this once and I never want to listen to it again. Which is not to say that it's bad. I think it's one of the best albums of the year. It's probably in like my top five. But I made me sick. Like the dread, like it is the most horrifying album I've ever listened to. Like it's like it destroyed my day. Um, I will eventually listen to it again. I know that alternative version of the album was Wollygog, I think was what it was called. It was dropped uh earlier, like not that long ago, even like I think it was a month ago. I know people really like that. Um, but yeah, I'll definitely you should listen to this album. I'm never gonna listen to it again. Well, I will probably, but whatever. It's so good, but it's oh my God, it's like stomach churning. Into Dangerous Summer by Yeet. Great pivot there. Um, oh my God, this is like the most fun thing that's dropped this year, probably, is this EP. This is one of my favorite things of the year. Unironically, maybe like top 10, 10, 7. Honestly, it might be top 5. When I do my list, it's gonna be really high up there. This is probably the best like banger project of this year. Is Dangerous Summer. There's like, dude, you can't like, dude, Put It On God, Loco, Loose Leaf, Come and Go, dude. Come and Go, I'm Yeet. The last two songs are kind of eh. But like Oh my, and it's short. It's like so nice. God, I love it. 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 Please listen to it. It's awesome. And that's about it. That's about it. Just some other honorable mentions that I'm not going to talk about at all. Swag 2 with Justin Bieber. I really like that. Stardust by Danny Brown. Didn't like it quite as much as some other people, but whatever. Um, I really liked it though. Braille Brandishing by Departure. Just a little shout out to that guy. He's cool. Um, Goyard Ibn Said by Guy Escovera. I need to re-listen to that. I listened to it like once. That was another one of my most anticipated albums. Um, And You Dance with the Regret by Ice Wings, obviously. My girl. We're not dating. I just made it realize that it kind of sounded like I was implying that whatever. Oh, I meant like that in like a she's my girl. We're girlies. We're we stand strong together. Whatever. Um, Life is Beautiful by Larry June, Two Change and the Alchemist, which nobody fucking talked about for some reason, or is talking about anymore for some reason. Uh, Fur Fag by Pent Up Pup. I wanted to mention that. Because that album's pretty good, honestly. Before you press play by Osquin and Fiordorian, another one of my more anticipated albums of this year. Really awesome, really awesome. Evergreen Plaza by Previous Industries, really awesome. Um, uh, Heart, I guess, by Jane Remover, pretty good. Gorgeous by Turnabout, like I think that dropped like the first Friday of this year. It's really good. I think it's underrated. Um, and yeah, that's kind of all the music that released this year. My thoughts on all the music that released this year. What about music that's releasing next year in 2026? The 2026 music. Well, there's gonna be the new Denzel Curry next year. With working on Dying strictly for the Scythe. Um, didn't he say that there's gonna be another album next year as well? There's gonna be some other album next year. I don't know. There's also like there was also like those there was also rumors of like a collab with Peggy, right? What happened to that? I guess it just didn't wasn't true, or maybe like it is, and it's just gonna come at some point. But like I swear there were like rumors about that. And Peggy said it was super busy 2025, so I doubt that would even be next year probably. Um, but yeah, there's that coming up. Don't Be Dumb by ASAP Rocky. I do think that's gonna drop. I do think it's actually gonna drop this time. I'm gonna listen to it. I need to catch up a little more on ASAP Rocky's discography because I've listened to the first album and then the second album. I listened to Live Love ASAP and Long Live ASAP, right? Yeah, Live Love ASAP and Long Live ASAP. I think Live Love ASAP is a great album. I don't love it as much as other people do. It's like an 8. It's like a solid 8, like 8 plus. I really like that album. I think it's great. Um, Long Live ASAP. I'm not as huge on. One Train is like one of the most overrated songs ever, probably. So is fucking Problems. But the rest of the album's pretty alright. Um, I wasn't too massive on Long Live ASAP though. I thought it was a good album. I thought it was a good album, but I wasn't really as crazy about it. Um, but now I also need to listen to At Long Last ASAP and Testing. Something tells me I'm gonna like Testing more than most people because I feel that doesn't have a great reputation. But like also, I don't know, something about it just making me be like, yeah, no, I'm probably gonna like that quite a lot. Um, I don't know what I'm gonna feel about At Long Last ASAP. I think I tried listening to it and it just didn't work out. Like I tried listening to it and I just didn't feel like finishing it. But that's my bad. Um, I don't remember anything from it though. But yeah, Don't Be Dumb. Excited. I am excited for Don't Be Dumb. I am curious. But yeah, I also like the new album cover for the record. I like the album cover that he changed it to. With Tim Burton. Yuka Schaufelstein. That's cool. That's neat to see. I like this. I love like this Schaufelstein from what I've heard. I think he's an interesting artist. I really liked Aleph. I think it had a bit more potential. Like I think if it was like just like the first half of the album. No, it was the second half. Sorry, it was like the second half of the album that's like so crazy. And then like I feel like if the entire album was like that, then like yeah, it would be perfect. Yeah, it would be perfect. Well, it wouldn't be perfect, but you know what I mean. It would be way better. And I thought Hyperion was mid. I didn't really fuck with Hyperion that much. But I do think he's an interesting artist. I haven't listened to Gamma. I might listen to Gamma. Oh wait, never mind. The new thing's a live album. Okay, never mind. I don't care right then. Um, sorry, I just spread this information on the internet. There's a new Cave Town album. You all know Cave Town? I'm not huge on Cave Town anymore, but they're one of those artists that I used to be more into and then I got out of, so now I just kind of have like a blood pact where I just kind of have to pay attention to them. Um, I will say their self-titled album's really good. Meteor Shower is a crazy song, and Dollar Town's also pretty good. But everything in between is like also pretty good. Other than like, I don't think I like Banana Bread that much though. But yeah, no, yeah, they're releasing an album. The last time was released in 2022, so it's a pretty long time. I am curious. It's called Running with Scissors. The album cover is really good, actually. I'm not usually I'm a big fan of their aesthetics, but the album cover is really good for that for Running with Scissors. So I'm curious to see what they do with that. There's obviously Bully by Ye that's allegedly dropping. Um, we'll see about that. Apparently, there were rumors, kind of hearsay, whatever, that like maybe it's not actually dropping. Maybe it's canceled, and he's working on a different solo now. But who knows? I don't have high hopes for that album. But the last song of War, recently, there his collab with James Blake. There's pretty much a full unfinished version of War that exists now. And I've listened to that, and it's fucking exceptional. I mean, it's unfinished. I really would have liked it if it was finished because oh my god, so much potential. Like legitimately maybe 10 potential. Legitimately maybe 10 potential. It's so genius. But it's so unfinished. There's like no finished yet, like properly finished yet versus it's all like mumble or most of it's mumble. But the production's so good and the bit of the verses that are there are so good. It's like oh my god, I really wish if they finished that. I wish they finished that so bad. More potential than like any other album ever probably. But it's down the shitter, so maybe one day, maybe one day. Um, yeah, that's the music. What about other 2026 stuff that's coming up? Well, I have a lot of plans for this pod 2026. I'm probably going to make it more visually interesting. I have some plans for that. I want to go harder on this in 2026. I'm probably not going to do another one of these for a little bit. Uh, but for like a few weeks probably. But when we get back to it, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I also want to maybe get some more people on to like talk in 2026. That'd be cool. Maybe not like permanent hosts, but like guests. I think that'd be sick to have people come on and like just for like episodes and be like, yo, What's going down? Whatever. Fucking cares. Fucking piece of fucking shit. Yeah. A lot of plans. A lot of stuff. I have other plans for next year as well for other endeavors that don't have anything to do with this podcast. So don't worry about it. Hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, I listened to the other Benson Boone album. It's not that great. So yeah, here's to 2025, or I guess 2026. But here's away with 2025, and here's to 2026. Thanks for tuning in.